Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Tech Buddies, where we break down complex tech concepts into simple and fun lessons. Today, we are diving into something that probably you have heard about lately is virtualization. So, what exactly is virtualization? In IT, everyone is talking about it, but what does it actually mean? Let's break it down. In simple terms, virtualization is the process of creating a virtual version of something, whether it's a computer, a server, storage, data, application, or even a network. Essentially, it allows you to run multiple virtual environments on a single physical machine. For example, let's say you have one physical server. Traditionally, the server would run just one operating system and one application. But with virtualization, the same server can be split into multiple virtual servers, each running its own OS and application. It's like having multiple computers inside a single one. So, now the next question we have is, how does the virtualization work? Virtualization relies on something called as hypervisor. The hypervisor is a piece of software that sits between the hardware and the operating system. It allows you to create virtual machines, which are completely isolated environments running on the same physical hardware. These virtual machines or VMs can differently can run different operating systems like Windows, Linux, or even Mac OS, all on the same computer. So, the next question we always should have in our mind is, why is virtualization important? Right? We might be wondering why it's a big deal. Okay, so first, it increases resource efficiency. Instead of wasting unused computing power, virtualization lets you use all the available resources of a physical machine by sharing them between different virtual machines. Secondly, with the cost, so it saves money. Companies with no longer need to buy lots of expensive physical servers. Instead, they can use virtualization to run multiple applications on fewer machines, cutting down on hardware cost and energy consumption. And finally, virtualization offers flexibility along with isolation and abstraction. Now, when we talk about flexibility, it of course makes managing IT environment easier. And whenever we need a new server, can spin up one in minutes. If you want to test anything on it, you can run multiple environments side by side, multiple virtual machines side by side, and use them for different purpose. So when we are having this multiple virtual machines there, this are this all are created, or I can say these all are isolated from each other, which ultimately gives us the abstraction from the physical machine. So when we have created the virtual machine, we don't need to know what the hardware is being used at the physical layer or at the physical machine. We are just aware about the virtual machines which we are using. Okay, so this is why we say virtualization is a big deal. Now, when we move further, like we got to know why it's a big deal, but now if you want to know what are the types of virtualization available in the market, so we should understand this. Okay. So there are several types of virtualization, but the main ones you will come across are server virtualization, desktop virtualization, storage virtualization, and network virtualization. Server virtualization is the most common, where a physical server is divided into multiple virtual servers. Desktop virtualization lets you run different operating systems on a single desktop or laptop. Storage virtualization pools multiple storage devices into one, making it easier to manage. And network virtualization creates virtual network that can operate independently of the physical network hardware. Okay, so where these types of virtualization are actually being used, what are the real world use cases? Okay, so whenever we talk about virtualization, we actually want to know where and how we are gonna use this virtualization. So the real world use cases are here. So cloud computing platforms like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Salesforce, Oracle, Alibaba Cloud, and many more use virtualization to run multiple virtual servers in the cloud. It's also used in disaster recovery, where virtual environments can be quickly restored, and in software testing, where developers can test different systems without needing separate physical hardware. So, while talking about virtualization a lot in this entire lesson, what conclusion we got from here is it's virtualization in a nutshell is all about making the most of your hardware by running multiple virtual machines on single physical devices. So if you see, virtualization is ultimately to give you more efficiency with greater flexibility at very lowest cost. So got it? So this is about the virtualization. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more lessons. Let us know in the comments what you would like to learn about next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.